What's up, here Dr. BC, and in this episode I will show you the teardown of Samsung Galaxy S5 and show you how to disassemble this phone and also show you the part list. Unfortunately, while making this video I had broken my LCD and USB charging PCB. So my request to all of you, do this at your own risk, and BCD Tech is not responsible for any damage that you can do with your phone. This is Samsung Galaxy S5. For our previous videos on unboxing, OTA update and sensor review and more, please click on the link flashing on your screen. In this video episode, I will show you how to tear down S5. To proceed with teardown, you will need a Phillips screwdriver, a +1, a anti-magnetic tweezer, a sharp blade, some plastic tool for case opening which has some sharp edges like this, a suction cup. This will used in removing the LCD portion from the front bezel, and some sort of plastic card. You can use credit card or something similar to it. This has very sharp edges. Also need a hot air gun to loose adhesive. Without this you cannot separate the LCD from the front bezel. Now take all of this tool aside for a while. First of all, I will unlock my S5. I has configured fingerprint to unlock. To know how to do that, click on the video icon flashing on your screen. As you can see that warning of the back cover. Now turn off S5 by pressing the power button for few seconds, and on device option tap power off and then tap OK. Make sure S5 is completely off before proceeding to next steps. Now there is small notch on the right side of the bezel. Use your fingernail to lift the back cover. The back cover comes out nicely. Below battery there is small notch. Use your fingertip to lift the battery from that notch. Take this battery aside. There are 3 screws on the back cover. Use Phillips screwdriver and take out this screw. To skip this portion, click on the link flashing on your screen, else I will fast forward this. Use tweezer tip to lift screw from the USB port. Now you have to take out this plastic. Use your fingernail to pull out this. This is stick by adhesive. Keep this aside. Now below that is a connector for finger scanner. This is external antenna port. For proceeding to next step, unplug this connector, else it get damaged during next step. Use your sharp plastic tip and unplug the connector. Make sure not to damage the back bezel. Space is very small. Now it is unplugged. Make it straight. The remaining screws are below this front glass. Now you have to separate the glass from the bezel. For that, use hot air to lose the adhesive. Use on full setting. The temperature must be greater than 100 degrees Celsius. My screw is blowing with air. Let's keep this aside. Now heat the front glass. Heat the glass throughout. It will take time to transfer heat from the glass to adhesive. So heat it. Don't use too much heat at the center part. This may damage AMOLED screen. Now my glass is sufficiently heated. Now use plastic card to lift the glass. As you can see that it is not going inside the glass. It is mandatory to use elastic plastic to lift the glass. This will not put too much pressure on the LCD, but as you can see that it is not going from either side. So let's take the hard plastic. Now you can see that the glass is start lifting from the front bezel. Oh, missed. Let's do this again. Now let's try it from the top side. Put the plastic tip in between the glass and the bezel and try to lift the glass. Go slowly. I am making space with the hard plastic so that I can insert my elastic plastic. I think Samsung has used different adhesive here to hold the glass. Now let's try again from this side. As you can see that glass is start lifting. Now enough space is made to insert the card. Let's make more space. And then I will heat the glass as it is cooling down. Let's move the plastic ahead. Oh shit, I had broken my display. Now let's see what happened. Put the connector back and insert the battery. Now press and hold the power button to turn on the phone. The display is not working. The battery is okay. The LED is glowing. That means I had broken my display. This means that Samsung has used new type of adhesive to hold the glass. That is my fault, and my glass is cooled down and it breaks. No, glass is not broken. Actually, the AMOLED screen is broken. Glass seems perfect. Below that something is gone. This may be AMOLED or digitizer glass. Whatever be, I am just proceeding to disassembly process. Heat the glass. This time not only the glass but the center part also. I think AMOLED is stick to the bezel. So before lifting the glass, make sure the center is heated enough to lose the adhesive below AMOLED. Now use the hard plastic to lift the glass from the other end. As you can see that it is very easy and the glass lift up nicely. Now use plastic card to hold the adhesive. Now run the plastic tool ahead. I had made a mistake here. That may be due to glass damage. Do you know that? What is that? I had broken my recent key. Let's ignore this and go ahead. As you can see that crack under the glass propagate and now it is visible under the glass. Be careful not to go to the back key. As you can see that glass is separated from AMOLED here. As I had already broken my LCD digitizer and capacitive key, there is nothing to save on the front glass, so I am going ahead. To skip this portion, click on the link flashing on your screen, else I will fast forward this. After a long run of 15 minutes, I am able to separate the glass from the bezel. While lifting from the bottom end, be very careful, else you will lose the capacitive and the fingerprint scanner. My prediction is right. The AMOLED has strong adhesive from the downside. So for separating glass, you will need a hot plate with controlled temperature, or you can use controlled hot air gun. And don't use temperature more than 200 degrees Celsius. This will damage AMOLED screen, whether it is below the glass. Now glass is separated from the front bezel. Here you can see the recent key is gone. So till now I had broken my LCD and capacitive key. This is okay. As you can see, this is adhesive tape which is holding AMOLED. Be aware about this while removing the glass. This is LCD part. This is finger scanner flex cable. Keep this aside. I will come to this later on. Now let's see the main bezel. Now you have to separate this center part from the main bezel. There are 10 screws. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Use screwdriver to remove this screw. I will fast forward this step. Now all of these 10 screws are removed. Make sure that there is no screw remain on the board. Once all is okay, it's time to lift the center board. For that, use sharp plastic and try to unlock the clips. It is not so easy here to do the unlocking. There are 3 clips here, 1, 2 and 3. Make a small space. On the left side there is no problem. On the right side you have to go hard and try to put a sharp plastic from there. This is real time video. It will take time to me to get the exact way to lift. Let's lift the back 3 clips. Go slowly, as under this there is main board of S5. Put the hard plastic on the right and lift up, and go to above at the camera and put the hard plastic between earpiece and camera and gently lift that center board up. Don't go through USB end. The board will never lift from this side. See anything left from the side? None. Okay. Now very carefully go through IR LED side. Be careful at this point, else you will damage the IR LED. Boom. The center part is unlocked. Now gently lift the center part. Take this aside for a while. This is main bezel, the only and only bezel for S5. This is main ringer or loudspeaker of S5. This connector is for 2G, 3G antenna on the back. This is contact pad for volume button. This is contact pads for headphone socket. This is headphone socket. This two is for earpiece. Here is main earpiece. There is no way to take out earpiece. This is IR LED dispenser. Again, this is diffuse to main bezel. Let's see whether it is possible to separate earpiece mesh. Again, there is no way. Let's separate the headphone jack. For that, try to lift the flex PCB, or you can use tweezer to pull out the jack, and then use the flat plastic to lift the adhesive part. Be careful not to damage the flex cable. Better to heat that to lose adhesive, or then use flat plastic tip to lift the plastic. Now it is separated out. Let's take this aside. There is no way to take out the earpiece. If it get damaged, the whole bezel must be replaced. If there is any way, I will show you this in my upcoming video. Let's take this aside. Now this is center part, and on the back there is main board of the phone. First of all, separate the 3G cable from here. Use hard thing to lift it up. Now try to separate main board. It is not separating, so there must be a screw. Let's search for that. Where is that? Not found. Let's try again. There is no clip to hold this board. Okay, I had found that screw. It is in between camera and flash. Use screwdriver to take out the screw. See, is any another one? No. Okay, let's try to lift the board, and boom, it's lift up. On the bottom of the PCB, a flex is connected. Let's go to bottom PCB, unplug that. Use flat plastic to unplug that. This is main board. Let's take this aside. I will come to this later on. This is center part. Now to separate the bottom PCB, first of all, on the front, remove the capacitive button. Lift the button PCB. This is lost one. Now before lifting the bottom PCB, unscrew one screw from the bottom PCB. Then from this end, try to lift PCB, and then slowly towards USB end. Now the bottom PCB is separated. Let's take this aside. I will see this later on. That is main vibrator. To lift that, use a sharp tip to lift it from the board. That is its contact pad. Use tweezer and put the tip below the vibrator motor and try to lift. Okay, use both tip. Now lift. Now it is lifted up. Now slowly lift the flex cable. Go slowly here, else flex will break. Now it is separated. This is vibrator. Let's take this aside. Now to lift this flex, that is for volume key, put tweezer below this flex and gently lift this flex. Be very careful in lifting the second part. Better to use some plastic. Now it is lifted up. Now to put this back, align the cutout, and once you are happy with alignment, push this back. Use thumb to press this down. Okay, nothing more on this. Now take this aside. Now let's see the bottom PCB. On the back side there is only main hardware button, that is home button, that is a capacitive button. Now let's see the model number. For that, zoom camera into it. The part is for G900H and the revision is 0.5 G. Some part inside this shield, same type is here. This is for screw, that is main microphone. Pinhole is on back, and this is pad to 3G and GSM antenna. On the back you will see a main hardware home button, and that is female USB 3.0 micro USB port. Nothing more on this. Keep this aside now. Let's see the main board of S5. This is main board. Zoom out to see the whole board. Lots of component, part and metal shield on the board. To take out camera, you have to unplug the whole module. This is 3-axis gyro sensor, that is camera module. Unplug the connector here. This is 16 megapixel sensor. Very surprise, no part number or model number on the module. Let's see the suspension of camera. You can see that camera sensor is movable. This is 3-axis gyro sensor. Nothing more. Let's keep this aside. Here you can see the front camera sensor. Unplug this sensor from here. Okay, this fall down. Here you can see that this is for G900H RS1407. Nothing else. Take this aside. Let's see other removable part. This is proximity and ambient sensor. This is it rubber protector or dispenser. You can remove this dispenser easily. Now replacing is very easy, just align that and then push it back. That is IR sensor. That is very strange, nothing on the top. That is tricolor LED. This act as a notification LED, nothing removable part here. And on the back side of the board you can see a rubber dispenser for flash LED and heart rate sensor. Just lift it up and it will release. That is flash LED, same LED as seen in Note 3. This is heart rate sensor. See that this small unit is measuring your heartbeat accurately. Let's put the dispenser back, align it and push it back. Now zoom out. The next thing you can remove from the board is metal shields. Use a hard thing to lift the metal shield. Put the blade and try to lift the shield. It is not easy as seen here. Be careful not to damage the side component. Try from all sides. You can use plastic to lift the metal shield or use hard plastic and put small bit of pressure and boom, the shield fly away. That is shield. Similarly, remove all the shield. Try to lift from all sides and finally boom, the shield is lifted up. There are 3 metal shield on the back side. Try to remove. I will fast forward all of this. Now all metal shield are removed, nothing more remains on the board. Now let's move to the next part of the video, that is parts view. For that zoom in so that the IC number become visible. This is antenna contact pad. This is secondary microphone for noise cancellation. Pinhole is on the back side. This is notification LED already shown. These 2 points are contact pad for GPS antenna. That is SIM and micro SD card tray. That is contact pad for antenna. That is main LED flash heart sensor. Battery connector. This pad is for headphone jack. These 2 are for earphone. Let's zoom in further to see these part number. Okay, that much is sufficient as this is focus lock. Again this is for antenna. Here are the couple of tiny ICs. This is NXP semiconductor IC 47803. This is NFC controller. Very hard to read the number. This is MP65M HS96D1. That is BCM 47537A1. Very hard to read the number here. Again difficult to read. Some part is missing here. Again difficult to read this. Again difficult to read this. This is 8809 IC, nothing more. Okay, I have done this side. This is SIM tray. That is Samsung memory. This is KMV3W000LMB310. That is Samsung memory. That is SIMC 824080. That is plus DY29. That is Intel PMB9820. That is Intel PMB57. That is antenna switch JKF48. The part number of this is not readable. Again that oscillator part is not visible. That is antenna test pad. That is 3G antenna connector. Couple of parts here. Here you can see the whole area and the part placement at the back side of G900H mainboard. Now let's see the front side. These already discussed. This is ground pad. Now let's see the IC number here. That is 32HU81 and that is 2511M3 E219H3. Couple of passive component, that is oscillator K3318. The number of this small IC is not visible. That is C1H732 IC. Couple of component. Again the part number of this IC is not readable. Here is another IC. That part number is not visible. This is proximity and ambient sensor. That is 8JAA and this IC is not readable. And this is DXO OSO. This is LCD connector. That is MAX77804 power IC. That is WM5110B and that is SKC-T1421. That is very big passive component. That is Samsung Exynos 5422 ARM processor and memory. That small IC is S2MP S1184 and that is SKY776151 and that is bottom PCB connector. Again these are couple of IC. Now I will show you the front part of the board, that is SKY, that is S2MPS, that is Exynos IC, power section, LCD connector, front camera, rear camera, front sensor, battery connector, 2511 M3 IC, IR LED and pads. This is IR LED. Now let's zoom out and keep this motherboard aside. Now let's see the LCD part. This is main LCD with digitizer and Gorilla 3 glass. Let's see the digitizer IC. This is from Synaptic. The IC number is S5100A and the model number of LCD part is AMS510CV01 with revision 1.0. This is Samsung display. This is 40 pin connector. This is very strong adhesive to hold and make waterproof seal. Now let's see the bottom. Here you can see the main home button. This has fingerprint scanner. This is holded by front glass by a strong waterproof adhesive. Now to take out this, use the flat plastic and try to lift the home key. Insert the plastic and try to lift home button. Here you can see that home button is taking out. Now don't apply too much pressure. You can also pull the home button from the front and use plastic to release the adhesive. Go slowly, if needed heat the glass from the back and then lift this button and here comes out nicely. Now let's put the LCD aside. This is main home button and it has fingerprint scanner in it. The part number is K home key revision 0.8 and here is tiny parts, difficult to read the IC number. Now let's keep this aside. This completed the tear down and part view section of the video. Now before going to assembly process, I will show you the part list. This is back cover with screw. This is main LCD part with touch, battery, vibrator motor, front camera, the headphone jack, the metal shield, the main bezel, bottom PCB or charging PCB, main motherboard, center board and main hardware button. Here these part lists are used in making S5. If you are thinking of the actual cost, right now very few parts are revealed in the market and if we approximate the cost, it is near around 300 US dollar, that is equivalent to 19,000 Indian rupees. The LCD cost around $100, the main board $150, home button $10, bottom PCB $2, battery $10, other parts $30. So the total cost may be around $300. You will surprised to listen that Indian reseller got this unlock unit at 38,000 and you are paying 50,000 for that. So you can imagine that what is it actual cost. Now I will proceed to assembly process. To assemble S5, let's start by putting the metal shield to the motherboard. First of all, make this shield straight. Then align the shield to the main board. Okay, this is wrong side. This is for CPU. Align the shield. Once you are happy with alignment, press the shield back to the board. You will hear the noise of locking clips. Make sure it is aligned properly. Once done, proceed to next metal shield. I will fast forward this step. Now all are done. Now it's time to put camera back to the board. Align the camera to the front side of the board. Align with respect to connector. Once aligned, press the connector. Now camera is installed. Now it's time to put the front camera. Procedure is same. Align with respect to connector and once aligned, press connector down. Now the main board is ready to install. Now it's time to put parts back on bezel. First it is to put headphone jack. Align jack with bezel. Once happy with alignment, press the PCB back. Now back bezel is ready. Now it's time to put bottom board on the center board. Align the board and here is some problem with screw hole. Something is blocking the hole. Lift the board again and use tweezer to clean the screw hole. Now put the bottom board back, align it and once it is aligned, press it back. Now use screwdriver to put small black screw back. Now it's time to put the main board. First of all, connect the bottom PCB connector to the main board. Once it is connected, then align the main board on the center board, and here you can see the pad connector. I had already shown you the direction. Now put the board down and now put the small white screw back. Now it's time to put 3G cable back to the main board. Align the cable, then align the connector and then press it down. Now put the capacitive button back to the plate. As the recent key is broken, so it is not sticking, leave it. Now the center part is ready. Now it's time to see the main bezel. Okay, I had forgot to show you how to take out the main loudspeaker. Use your tweezer and try to pull the speaker out. Again, this is stick by a waterproof adhesive. So take a sharp plastic and lift the speaker from the bezel. This is main speaker and this is its watertight seal. Let's put this back. Oh, this small thing is to cover the antenna test point. Put this back on main bezel. Align this properly. Now it's time to put the center part to the main bezel. Here you will need a trick to put this back. This will not go in this way. Try to put the USB portion first. As you can see that something is blocking this. Align the USB port properly to the bezel and then press the center part hard. You will listen the noise of getting thing down. Now press from the top. You will listen the noise of clips. Also go through the side. Make sure the center part is settled down properly on the main bezel. Now it's time to put home button back to the glass. Align the home button and then press it down. Check the home button from the front. If it's okay, then press the home button down. Now align the flex cable and make the connector portion straight. Now it's time to it's time to put the screw back. You can skip this portion by clicking on the link flashing on your screen. I will fast forward all of this screwing process. Now I had finished putting all screw back. Now it's time to put LCD back. Now first of all connect the LCD connector. It is very tricky to align. Go all the way until you free to align. Better position is like that. Align the connector and then press it down. Now put the home button flex connector back to this. Use long plastic to put it down. Now connect the connector back. Now press from all of the side of the display and settle the LCD down. Once you are happy with settlement, go back and put the plastic back and put all 3 screws back. Now I had put all of these 3 screws and now put the battery and then put the back cover. Now press the power button for few seconds to turn on the phone. As my LCD is not working, but after some time you will see the LED light and the phone is booting up. I had checked this phone with HDMI cable to my LCD TV. The phone is working well, the touch is not working and the recent key is not working. So in conclusion, it is tough to tear Samsung Galaxy S5. Unfortunately, while making this video, I had broken my LCD and USB charging PCB. So my request to all of you, don't try this at home until it is important. BCD Tech is not responsible for any damage that you can do with your phone. This completed this teardown of Samsung Galaxy S5. If you like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. The subscription link is shown on your screen. For more video on S5 like performance, gaming, review and more, keep watching BCD Tech. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.